Previously, we talked about how triglycerides, fats, and sugars can be ammunition for creating blockage in your arteries, causing reduced blood flow to the penis. We also talked about the lifestyle modifications that can be implemented to prevent blockages, including changing your diet. There are a lot of myths and fads out there about what's the best way to improve your diet. In this video, our experts will break down what studies, not fads, have shown to be the best way to improve your health and minimize the risk factors that cause erectile dysfunction, specifically focusing on diet. In our blood pressure video, we talked about how the DASH diet advises to limit the sodium you eat from packages and outside restaurants. Cooking your own food and trying to use fresh produce is the best way to do this. It is also advised trying to increase fruits and vegetables in your diet. All of these are great rules to live by for all individuals. However, we want to focus on carbohydrates and fats in this video, along with which diet is the best for someone suffering from erectile dysfunction. Let's start with what everyone perceives is the enemy: carbs. Carbohydrates are simply sugars that are linked together. Our body breaks down these carbohydrates and uses them for energy. Because of this, completely removing carbohydrates from your diet is not advised. Rather, the best way to consume carbohydrates is to source them from healthy foods and limit their quantity when compared to the rest of the major food groups, such as protein, good fats, and dairy. Interestingly, carbohydrates are the primary nutrient in food groups of most vegetables, fruits, and of course grains like pasta and rice. Next, let's talk about fat. A no-fat diet is another big fad that has not been shown to benefit healthy individuals who are trying to get healthier. Want to know what isn't a myth? That good fats and bad fats exist. Eating a diet that has good fats can increase your HDL cholesterol, or your good cholesterol, that helps unclog your arteries and improve blood flow. Good fats are labeled unsaturated and are found in a variety of foods such as avocados, eggs, fish, nuts, and extra virgin olive oil. Bad fats include saturated and trans fat and should be avoided or eaten in limited quantities by everyone. Finally, we mentioned in our introductory video that one of the factors that leads to the constellation of issues known as metabolic syndrome is having a waist that's too large. Storing fat at your waist is actually more unhealthy than storing fat at other places of the body. The reason too much fat at your waist is unhealthy is that it is associated with insulin resistance, meaning the hormone insulin doesn't work as well as it should. The hormone insulin is needed to get blood glucose or sugar into the cell so we can use that sugar for energy. When insulin is working as it should, glucose is easily transported from the blood into the cells that need it. When insulin is not working well, you will see fasting blood glucose levels that are higher than 100, which is unhealthy. This is called insulin resistance, meaning the cells don't respond to the signal when insulin is sending it. Insulin resistance is thought to be the basis of the metabolic syndrome. The result of being insulin resistant is high blood pressure, high fasting triglycerides, and high glucose, and the lower HDL and the release into the bodies of proteins of inflammation. So what do our experts recommend in terms of diets and how to minimize the risk of erectile dysfunction? There are only 4 diets that have been proven to help individuals extend life and help overall health. These are the vegetarian diet, which focuses on plant or fresh produce-based foods, the low-fat diet, focusing on limiting the bad fats, the DASH diet, focusing on the above components as well as reducing sodium intake, and the Mediterranean diet, which focuses on plant-based food and whole grains, legumes, nuts, and good fats. If you can commit to one of these diets that work for you, or you can apply some of the general guiding principles of these diets to your everyday life, like increasing fruits, veggies, and good fats while decreasing salt intake, you can greatly improve your symptoms and lower your risk of ED and subsequent heart disease. While other fad diets you may have heard of may help you lose weight for a short period of time, studies have shown that these diets do not help your overall health and may even have a negative impact in the long term. Our experts want to make lasting impacts in your life and not short-term fixes, so the best diet is the one that eventually stops being a diet and starts being a habit. Therefore, these 4 diets, guided by general principles and not specific foods you can and cannot eat, are the ones that we believe are the best way for you to start getting a healthier lifestyle.